Good afternoon, everyone. Today's my presentation is about ROS, catalyst for prodrug activation in cancer therapy. This lecture is about the short note on ROS and how it is used for the cancer treatment and what are the mechanism involved in the prodrug activation using ROS. We already know that ROS is highly reactive and oxygen containing molecules. It comprises both free radical and non-radicals. In cancer cells, it poses a dual role at low to moderate level. The ROS in the cancer cells used for various physiological process, including cell signaling and immune responses. When the excess ROS production in the cancer cell, it leads to the cell death. And these are the examples of free radicals and non-radicals. And how the reactive oxygen species used for the cancer therapy. I already mentioned about the dual role of ROS plays in the cancer cells. When compared to the normal cells, cancer cells possess some abnormal parameters such as hypoxemia, lower pH, excessive ROS, and enzymes. Among these parameters, ROS activated prodrugs are promising regional chemotherapy due to their sensitivity of ROS level changes. We already know that what is prodrug. Prodrug, it is inactive compound that undergo various changes in vivo to become into the active drug, which is used for the target specific therapy. When compared to the free, and most of the drugs used in the free form for the cancer therapies, but ROS responsive prodrugs have some advantages over the free drugs. They are the selective targeting, ROS activation by the ROS expressed in highly in cancer cells, and rapid drug release when we use the ROS responsive prodrug activation. And if we do the studies, the high anti-tumor efficacy shows when we use the prodrug activation, and also minimal side effects for the normal cells. These are the ROS triggering groups and aryl boronate esters, aryl boronic acids, thiazolidinone, aryl oxalate esters, thioketol, thioether, selenium, proline oligomer. And these are the structural form of the functional groups and respective the process which undergo to release the parent drug. Among, I already mentioned the 8 ROS triggering groups. Among these 8, the boronate is promisingly used for the several anti-cancer drug therapies. We look deep into the mechanism of aryl boronate containing prodrug. Here is the prodrug, designed prodrug. This group is the ROS triggering group. When it gives into the cancer cells, the H2O2 dissociate into the anion. This anion act as a nucleophilic attack to the boron. Boron is a electrophilic ion. This undergo the nucleophilic substitution and forms a tetrahedral boron intermediate compound. This phenyl group is shifted from the boron to the adjacent oxygen by 1,2 rearrangement, form the borate group. This easily undergoes hydrolysis to form boroic acid and esters and form the methylphenoxy compound. Here this compound is cleaved by 1,6 elimination and release the parent drug. This parent drug is act upon the cancer cells for the target specific cancer therapy. Here one of the major drug is used for cervical cancer is Bio 8 MP-CPT. Here Bio is the biotin group, 8 is the specific functional group or linker is present at the position. MB is used as a tracker to track the drug release in the in vivo biodistribution, and CPT is our main active drug. Why we are not giving CPT as a free form of drug? Because if we give CPT as a free form, it exhibits some disadvantages like low solubility, instability, and high side effects to the normal cells. And advisably, free CPT is not used, is always given in the prodrug formation. This compound is the whole prodrug. This part is the main active drug, camptothecin, and here R1 will varies according to these 4 groups. And this part is the tracker used for the drug release. When this prodrug into the system, it will act upon the H2O2 reactive oxygen species and cleave the bond of this is the urea bond, it is cleaved by H2O2, and this undergo subsequent 1,2 rearrangement reaction, and it release the parent drug into the systemic circulation. Among this, Bio8 MB CPT is the promising use for cancer therapy because it exhibits 100% survival rate and tumor inhibition at almost 99.9%, and there is no side effects to the normal cells. In this case, this 4 MB CPT and 8 MB CPT is not that much of anti-tumor efficacy rate because there is no biotin group present in this too. The reason for biotin design for this prodrug is in our cancer cells, the excess of biotin receptors presence when compared to the normal cells. So, Bio8 MP CPT is the promising prodrug used in this form. And next is the 5-uracil activation. This anti-cancer drug is used for various solid tumors like cervical cancer, prostate cancer, stomach cancer, pancreatic cancers. If we given free form of 5-fluorouracil drug, it is unstable in our body, and it is most of the drug it will converted into 3-fluoroaniline drug. So the conventional approaches the prodrug form activation of small drugs, Tegafur, doxyfluorodine, Carmafur, Capecitabine. These are the prodrugs designed using the 5-fluorouracil. These 4 activates in different mechanism in our system. Here they formulated using the same aryl boronate which I mentioned earlier in the previous prodrug. Here this R group, okay. This R group will limit the degradation of 5-fluoroaniline compound. So this undergoes the ROS and form a phenolic intermediate compound, and spontaneous reaction leaves the 5-fluorouracil to the cell. Same aspirin prodrug. Aspirin is one of the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It is main mechanism of action is about COX-2 inhibitor. So the papers showed so much of conventional approaches like nanoparticles, polymicrospheres of the form of aspirin drug, but these approaches have some limitations like drug leakage during the blood circulation and low solubility, and these are the limitations overcome by the polymeric form of prodrug. This 3 compound forms the prodrug of aspirin. This form is low solubility. To increase the solubility, we are giving the some derivatives of dextran to increase the solubility, and this is the this is the ROS responsive linker which is cleaved by the one of the ROS in our cancer cells. In some drugs, we are targeting specifically mitochondrial specific drug release. Some drugs are designed as a cell targeting, and some drugs are designed as a mitochondrial targeting. In this case, they are designing dual targetings, both cell targeting and mitochondrial targeting. In this case, dual targeting polyprodrug nanoparticles. Here first it goes into the cancer cells and release few seconds and release some using ROS and release some amount of active drug. That drug triggers the more ROS in the mitochondria, and this ROS will cleave the remaining prodrugs into the active drugs. And this is the overall biodistribution and anti-cancer efficacy treatments. Yeah, that's the last. Yeah. That is pH responsive prodrug activation. This is ROS responsive prodrug activation. In some anti-cancer drugs or pH responsive prodrug prodrug is designed. Target is pH based. No. ROS based. H2O2 and I mentioned. In this case, this hypochlorite and peroxynitrate is used as a ROS to cleave the prodrug into the active drug. But like when you give your drug, how will it reach to a target? That's what I'm asking. What is a target? In this prodrug or targeted, only it's cleaved by when the excess ROS levels are in our cells. In normal cells, there is low to moderate level. So the prodrug, it won't act upon the normal cells. When it come to the cancer cells, there is excess ROS are there. So in response to that, the prodrug activates. It is target specific therapy. Yeah, to overcome the off-target drug release, they come up with the ROS. In case of pH responsive, there may be off-targets, most of the off-targets, because in our cancer cells there will be acidic nature. So in our body, if there is any acidic nature like same of cancer cells, the prodrug will act upon that drug. So these are all the off-target drugs. Yeah, probably most of the time it won't show. But there is possible. Yes, sometimes it may be possible. Also, like cancer cells are enriched with antioxidants. Okay. Would that be contradictory to your point? Like they are rich in reactive oxygen. But I read somewhere that cancer cells have high amount of antioxidant. I don't know whether it's right. I gone through the papers, there they didn't mention about that. Yeah. Yeah. Can you say? They are causing toxicity to particularly to cancer cells, right? Yeah. So they are actually reacting with the free radicals to reduce them, or they will also increase the levels of free radicals. No. These free radicals trigger this bond they are designed in the prodrug formulation. So these radicals are in cancer cells, they are triggering. Wait. When we give the prodrug to the cancer cells, the excess ROS levels will convert the prodrug into active drug. We are formulating like linker molecule and active drug, and some reactions. It undergoes some reactions.
Is the drug working only in case of later stages of cancer? Because in initial phase of cancer is the amount of loss which is there that will be less as compared to later phases. So won't it be like the drug won't be that much effective in the initial phases because a less of loss will be happening as compared to the later stages?
Yeah, they are undergone some studies in vivo, like injecting into the mice. They are checking with the concentration and how much of ROS will induce this into the prodrug into the active drug. Might be in some cases in earlier stages it possible.
It is less.
Yeah.
And it won't work for, will it work for tumor cells also, not only cancer cells? Because high metabolic activities will be there for the tumor cells also.
Both are in the same node.
Tumor and cancer.
Yeah, it works on tumors.
She's saying when it's in like when I'm where like in a place, say I have a cancer here, it's here only. But she's saying it's not localized metastasized, like it's going around the body.
No, it's we are designing is to the targeted specifically, no? Yeah.
So in general, when we talk about tumor incubation, what does it mean? A drug is for tumor incubation. Does it mean incubate it from spreading to other places or stop its growth? What does it mean?
It's based on our design of drug and how much concentration we are giving to the patients.
Is there any levels of loss?
Actually, this
I can't hear you.
Doxorubicin is the name of the brand. Doxorubicin. 5 restaurants also is available.
And scan.
It's a therapy and that's what the brand name. Mechanism is
Same.
So the active drug that you mentioned, right? So how does it act like on the cancer cells? Is it killing the cells or prohibiting the cells from growing?
It act upon like tumor incubation, reducing the tumor levels, and at some point it eradicates the tumors. Okay. In case of 5-fluorouracil, it interferes with the DNA synthesis. By the thiamidyl synthetase. So it incubate in this DNA synthesis. By the way, they are each one having specific mechanism of action.
Is there any study which shows different types of loss in different cancer types, or it's just the same across cancer types?
Most of the drugs are designed as H2O2. H2O2 act upon most, and somewhere I mentioned here this hypochlorite, peroxynitrate are used.
So we need to know about what loss is present in the cancer to design a drug which should.
Yeah, we can design using various raws.
last slide. So you mentioned that
This one?
Zomato is very good.
Yeah.
So even here you say
doesn't have any side effects. You're saying you're increasing the ROS generation in cancer cells and you're going to kill the cancer. Once it's killed, the ROS is being liberated from these cells. That would affect the nearby normal cells.
But no idea about that. I didn't read about. Yeah.
Because the interchange amongst them is going at a very fast pace. So may not, it's steadily.
Have you come across any paper where they have compared this ROS-based this cancer treatment as compared to the current scenario, like the chemotherapy or radiotherapy? Is this better in terms of, because it is also an off targets and all, like it is affecting the normal cells, it may affect because it's
It
based
may
on
have-
the ROS level and all. So like how can you say like but is it okay to say this is better or something? What is the clinical practice? Because I have mostly come across chemotherapy and all. This must also be there. Which one is better?
Yeah, when compared to other conventional chemotherapies, that exhibits more survival rate of other cells and tumor incubation rate are reduced, like that.
What is the killing mechanism for these drugs? Is it still ROS based or is it? I mean, the ROS activates it, yes, at least some. But how does it kill cancer? How does it affect the cancer?
No, these drugs, if we give in the form of free form, it will act upon non-selective organs or cells. It will also affect the normal cells. In case of CPT, it is not advisable to give as a free form.
That is fine, but what I'm asking is,
It is directly targeted into the cancer cells.
right, but how does it kill the cancer? See, most chemotherapeutic drugs increase the RS level and thus kill. Chemotherapy or radiotherapy.
This active drug has different mechanism. Each active drug has different mechanism in the cancer cells. Kills the.
Any idea what those mechanisms are?
You mentioned one.
Yeah, I mentioned in.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, in this case of this prodrug, it interferes with the DNA synthesis. Yeah.
How does it interfere with DNA?
It interferes with one of the thiamidal synthetase enzyme is affected by this.
Enzyme,
Yeah.
enzyme, and is that RS based or is that some other mechanism? Because even reactive species can disrupt the enzyme that produces whatever. Is that based or is it something else? Check that. You don't
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, my understanding so far is many drugs operate by increasing the reactive species. Road drugs, how do they act? Are they physically intercalating the DNA and creating a problem, or are they destroying the DNA by other reactive species and so on? Hey, by the way, you're not expected to answer all questions. I can make up. I would expect you to answer the ones that you're supposed to answer. But if you're able to, if you don't know, say it.
Yeah.
That's possible. But all of it. That's, you're not expected to answer. Other questions? Anything else? We have one.
Aspirin reduces inflammation, reduces free radicals.
Aspirin.
Aspirin reduces free radicals.
In this case, aspirin prodrug is treat for some cancers, anti-cancer. But
Reduces inflammation, so that cancer cells won't get formed. It is like prevention. Cancer cells won't get formed because of any stresses. Aspirin generally reduces free radicals.
This aspirin prodrug also have another mechanism act in the cancer cells. It reduces the prostaglandin E2 and it increases the CD8 plus T cells and macrophages to kill the cancer cells. Yeah, more mechanism.